before we dive into your career, let's knock out some of the personal stuff here of how this miracle happened that Mark ended up with you.
Okay.
You throw this football. You're apparently, according to him, just on his heels.
Yeah.
And all that stuff.
Did you use the word miracle?
For you to wind up with her?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a miracle. This is divine intervention.
We've already discussed this.
Yes.
You can be replaced.
I know that I can be replaced.
I'm just saying.
But also, I believe thou shalt not lie, you know, and so I'm just being honest.
Why are you going to let the truth get in the way of a good story? Go ahead.
So-
Go ahead. Tell your story.
How did this all happen? Where did this end up? What happened here?
I'm not sure, actually.
Blink twice if you're in trouble.
No, despite what he tells everybody, he absolutely courted me. It was weird. It was weird. Like, I'd be working out in the ring, and he never helped the girls, like, ever.
Okay.
True story or not?
Okay. I thought you were
she's
going to say,
gonna
I thought you were about to say, I never helped anyone.
No, you always helped everyone. And I was the type.
Okay.
That's fair.
No, you're right.
Is that not fair?
That's fair.
That's fair, right?
That's fair.
Okay. And I was always the type, as a McCool, I was taught, you know, you work hard, you're first to the building, you're last out of the building, and doesn't matter what you're doing, 100%.
Yeah.
And
And I paid attention to all that.
note number one, see that? He was paying attention, okay? So,
Paid attention.
Okay.
No, I don't want to cut you off, but I paid attention because those things matter to me when I'm helping talent.
right,
Like-
but you didn't help girls. So, anyway, you know, before, it used to be where you'd get there early and, you know, you got Arn Anderson and Fit Finley and Ricky Steamboat and obviously Mark and whoever helping the guys in the ring. I just want to soak that up. Like, it was on the job training. I want to get all the knowledge I could from
Soak it up.
Guys like Double A and the Dragon.
Slayer, the
of
Dragon.
course.
I mean, you're silly if you're not seeing
Amazing
it ringside.
wrestlers like
yeah,
that.
yeah. Like, I
Absolutely.
thought people were crazy if they weren't out there under this tree. And so all of a sudden, you know, I'd get in there working, and day after day, like, he would just start moseying on in and helping a little bit more and getting a little more invested. And, you know, hey, Michelle, hop in and try this. And I'm like, oh, this is weird. Because, you know, he's at the level where I got to respect him. I can't, you know, like, everybody respects The Undertaker. Like, I can't say no, or I can't, you know.
Yeah.
So, you know, he started helping me. Obviously, a lot of knowledge to give. Sometimes a little long-winded knowledge, but it was knowledge.
Yes.
And so
Look a gift horse right in the mouth.
Just
You know what? Just because I'm passionate. Just because I'm passionate about my industry.
no.
Now I'm
It's
long-winded.
in everything. It's in everything.
It's everything.
I love the passion for the industry, but it's
Go ahead.
okay.
ahead.
Anyway, so, you know, people actually started noticing. This is true. Like Charmel and
Her friend.
Tori,
Her friend.
a few of the guys. I won't give names because I won't throw them under the bus. But they were like, you know, I think Taker's got like
a little
he's got a little
crush.
something. Yeah, I'm like, oh, y'all are crazy. Like, first off, I'm not into long hair tattoo guys. Like, not my jam. Like, at all. Just, yeah,
See,
it's
like-
beautiful long hair.
Thank you.
You needed somebody to take
So-
home to daddy. That
Yeah, how do you explain this? Right? And how I did explain, I was like, okay, before I tell y'all, he's not what y'all would, you know, he's not, don't judge a book by its cover.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh yeah.
Wait, what's wrong with the cover?
Nothing, it was just not my, you know, typical, but look,
It ain't Charlotte's Web.
I adapt it, and it's beautiful, and it's perfect, and we just,
Yeah.
lovely. So anyway, people start noticing, I was like, nah, then he, you know, following me around a little bit more.
Wait.
Finding me in the bleachers, just having random conversations, wanting to get to know me a little better. I'm like, okay, again, it's The Undertaker. I can't, like, say, I don't really feel like talking to you. Like, that's something to do. But, so a little more and more. he was,
Wait. Whoa, hit the brakes. I don't feel like talking to you.
You
couldn't
I'm not
say
saying
that
I
because-
felt that way. I'm just saying if I did feel that way, I couldn't have said that anyway. Because it's The
Clarity
Undertaker.
would be nice. You know, this is not the time to be feel like you were under any kind of pressure to do something that you didn't want to do. This is not the time to be
Let's clarify
insinuating any of that. Thank you very much.
I'm not insinuating that. I'm not. No.
Be
Okay,
perfectly clear. I did not hold her against her will. Make her do
no.
anything that she did not want to do.
No. I don't think anybody can make me ever do anything I didn't want to do. Would you agree with that?
Go ahead. I definitely agree with that.
Okay. So anyway, it got to the point where he just kept asking, you know, let's go get some dinner or let's do this, whatever. I was like, look, if you'll leave me alone, I'll go have dinner with you.
Okay.
So we had dinner.
Where'd you have dinner?
You left such
Where did we have dinner?
I'll tell you in a second, but you left such a vital part of the story out. I
gosh.
saved the girl's life.
Wait, this. Oh yeah, this is about. That's true.
I saved.
But
the
see,
girl.
I don't.
okay,
I
she
don't.
said it's true.
That's true. But see, you got to give me. I don't remember that whole episode. We were
No,
over.
but this shines a positive light on me.
So of
That's
course
why
you
you don't
remember.
remember.
No, probably because I don't even remember the last 3 days of that tour or the 16 days I was in the hospital. I don't remember. I don't even remember where we were. Where were we?
We were in Europe.
I know, but
Yeah,
Ireland?
Ireland is where we finished.
Yeah, so we were in Ireland on a overseas tours, which are grueling in the first place. We do 3 state shows, head straight overseas, and 14 shows, 14 cities, and then come back to the States for 3 more. I don't know. I think we were on the tail end, 3 or 4 days left of the tour.
Yeah.
And I hadn't been feeling good. Like everything just hurt. And not like wrestling hurt. Like my body was shutting down. It hurt. Didn't know how to explain it. Doctors didn't know what was going on. And back then I wasn't going to tell anybody I was sick because you might lose your spot on the roster. You know, it's like, no, I'm still going to wrestle. I'm not going to let anybody know what's really going on. But I was in such pain. Like I could barely stand up straight to walk. I remember calling the doc in the middle of the night. And it's like something's wrong. And so we get to the show in Ireland, and I don't even know how I ended up on the doctor's. I don't remember.
She was the closest thing to a walking zombie that you could be.
I think Charmel, honestly, I think Charmel was like, Mimi, you've got to go see a doctor because I wanted to wrestle that night. And so she makes me go see the doctor. We're in third world country. There's a wire hanger.
Ireland's going to
literally.
appreciate that.
No, shut it. Not third world. I didn't mean that. But that, what was that building?
bloodline.
What was that?
Bloodline.
Mine too. McCool is that. Come on. But what? Describe the training room. Like the ceiling tiles.
It was not
like,
the same. It was not the same type of venue that you would have here. It
Well,
was,
not even.
It was
Not even.
It was an older venue, and it was not. It wasn't.
And the
most
supplies weren't.
advantageous for
For putting an IV in a
medical
person.
needs,
Yes.
and IVs and all that.
So
Yes.
literally, I guess I was on the table, and they had a wire hanger with an IV in me because, come to find out, I was severely dehydrated. My body was just flushing out sodium, which is a problem. And I guess.
As it's flushing out the truth, but we'll get to
Oh,
that.
Lord have mercy.
Go ahead.
He likes to say that I interrupt him in real life.
Yeah, that's.
You know,
I'm sorry.
it's just funny. This is on camera.
I'm sorry.
Anyway, so I guess he came in because he had, already probably was in love with me at this point. He was bringing me drinks on the bus. And, also a critical point is when we're overseas, we have 2 buses, good guys and bad guys.
This one's going to sting a little bit.
This one's going to sting because it's the truth. You were a good guy. Were you a good guy or a bad guy? I don't remember. We were opposite buses until he couldn't stay away from me, apparently. And he hopped onto my bus.
Broke kayfabe.
He hopped onto my bus.
Did you break kayfabe?
And listen, we weren't dating or anything. This is just still proof that he was, really, really trying. And so here I am in that.
Michelle, I didn't think Undertaker broke kayfabe.
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying he was on my bus.
Okay.
I don't know. Maybe I was on the wrong bus. I was completely out of it, but I think I was on the bus first. So for what it's worth. But I guess he had a match that night. I guess he was so worried about me. He came into the training room. I think, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think people were trying to come in. He was keeping them out. Bless their hearts. They probably needed ankles taped and whatever else. And he's kicking them out of the training room.
My future queen needed to be taken care of.
So apparently I was freezing. He put his coat over me and went to the ring that night without his coat.
Whoa.
Right? That doesn't happen either. So that was also, people are now like, Taker's walk into the ring, no coat. It's on Michelle, though, to keep her warm while she's got an IV and, you know. So
I was deathly sick.
I really was. I don't remember the last 3 days of that tour. I don't remember how I got home to Florida, which, thank you to my dear husband. He arranged for a buddy who works for Delta to pick me up on the tarmac in Atlanta, right? In Atlanta, because I was so sick. They wouldn't have let me on the plane.
Excellent.
I didn't know. Yeah. So he got me on that flight. My parents met me, I guess, picked me up straight off the airplane in Gainesville and straight to the hospital I went. 16 days later, woke up, but literally almost died.
Holy crap.
Everything just completely shut down. And, you know, while I was in the hospital, a bunch of the guys and girls called. You know, I didn't know that, but they were checking on me. My parents gave me messages after I finally came to. And of course, you know, he was calling to check on me. And I was like, that's weird. Like, I mean,
The girl almost died in my arms.
You're just trying to
I'm just trying to make
I
sure
almost
she's
died
okay.
in your coat.
Hmm?
Yeah. So anyway, that was like, okay, maybe he cares just a little more than maybe some people are right. I think he's got a crush.
I was concerned about one of my coworkers. She was deathly ill.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which is
You know what?
understandable.
That's
I
understandable, yeah.
think I showed my cards though on the flight. I had to be honest. I showed my cards. Like, you have to. You just don't. It was a different Mark. It was a different taker, and
I don't think there was Mark then.
no, Mark didn't exist really.
Well, it was Mark BC before Christ.
And yeah, she was really sick, and I don't know, she may or may not have slept in my lap on the flight.
See, I honest to God don't remember that.
Her head.
Did I really?
Yeah. That's I
How
think.
did I never know this?
Huh?
You've never shared that?
No, I think Tori told you that. Like, that was the thing. Like, there was like when that happened, it was like
Which is crazy because I honest to God don't remember that. I don't remember getting home.
that's when I showed my hand.
That's when he's like, I'm gonna let the world know I don't care.
So
So that was it.